Are you not playing the music? Right, right. Don't forget what you're doing here. You're the audio producer of Wait Don't Do It podcast. Jesus Christ. It's 2026. It's 2026. 10 years later, we moved here from the It's Wait Don't Do It. And we already knew it. It's Raffi too. He's here. We're so happy to be here. It's wait. Oh my God, I have to take this off. I have to. Oh my God, I have to. I can't have this in my apartment anymore.
What is it? What is it? Bring it closer.
I'm just now realizing. Oh, this can't be hung up proudly in my apartment anymore. This is
Really?
happening on the podcast. I just realized. Yeah, this. I guess. Yeah. Bye, girl. Yeah.
End of an era.
Yeah.
You remember when
I was gifted a Nicki Minaj prayer candle. But yeah, I had to take down my Nicki Minaj prayer candle. It can no longer be displayed in my apartment. That would be embarrassing because she's now Maggie Minaj. And she kind of had that similar hair you have on your head right now.
someone stole Raffi's Nicki Minaj patriotic America flag, which probably, would have worked for her now, right?
Yeah, that would
She should
work
go
more
back to selling
appropriate for her.
those. I mean, I don't know what she's doing it for. But I
Well,
trust
for
that
those
she's
of you
doing it
who
for
don't
herself.
know of the situation, I'd be surprised if you don't. But Nicki Minaj went on Make America Great Again Today Fest, and she spoke with the one Erica
Magachella.
Kirk. And I don't even know what's worse: literally being a Republican, then being a Republican that actually acknowledges Erica Kirk's feelings, or just actually going on a tangent about boys should be boys. I don't know what actually is worse. Maybe it's all three, all of the above.
And it's a time to be the Barbs, and I watch every day as they try to hold on, and I can't wait to see how it goes. Again,
Because you were a Barb. You were a Barb, or you still are a Barb, or you're a retired Barb. You're taking.
I don't like to put labels. I like to put labels on myself like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're no longer a Barb. It's these silent Barbs out here that
What
are
I
raging.
can say is that over the holiday break, right? I definitely skipped all my Nicki Minaj music. Haven't listened to anything, so it's definitely taking a break and a step back from it. As we get into a new year, we're gonna have to leave that drama behind too, because we are actually filming on New Year's Day. It is New Year's Day, and we're starting 2026 exactly how we mean to go on: informed, opinionated, and just messy enough. Okay, from the DC bar drama and unpaid workers, clock it, the drag world headlines, billionaire Beyoncé, a historic new mayor in New York City, and America's 250th birthday this year. We are about to break it all down. And the one thing we think it matters in 2026 is accountability. Every story ends with the same lesson: wait, don't drop the ball. Let's get into the episode. It's your girl, NuNu Paris.
Hi, NuNu. And I'm Raffi Manzor, and this is Wait Don't Do It.
Yeah, okay, it's literally New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, Raffi.
Happy New Year, NuNu.
Well, I just feel like if you're listening to this on what? The day after New Year's, are y'all still partying? Do y'all have to go to work? Because are you guys gonna be hungover,
I'm not
hydrated,
working
pretending?
today. I'm not working, darling. I got shit to do.
You got stuff to do, and that's really the whole theme of 2026. It's really about not dropping the ball, because we are only day one into the year so far, and so many people have dropped the ball already.
Yeah,
Okay,
are y'all doing dry January at home? Are we doing dry January? Like, is that a thing?
are you fasting? Are you doing the Daniel fast like in the Bible?
The
Ooh.
Daniel fast? What's the Daniel fast that's in the Bible? Quoting NuNu here.
Oh,
Educate
there's
me.
lots of different
Go ahead.
fasts. You do the Esther. Wait, you didn't grow up having to do fasts? Hold on, let's break it
No,
down.
because
Obviously,
why
well, I
would
don't know
you
why I
go
asked
hungry?
that. I don't know why I asked that. But fasting. Okay, so you never learn, like, Catholics don't fast. I need to break it. Hold on, let's really break it down. Y'all don't fast?
Okay,
I'm
first off,
sure.
don't call me a Catholic. That's weird. I don't like that. the way you say it, I don't like how Christians talk about Catholics. Y'all are fucking weird. Y'all are just so the way that y'all talk about Catholics is just like so weird. Y'all are the ones that are weirdos. Y'all Christian Pentecostals, Baptists, Southern
Not
Baptists.
too
Y'all are
much.
weirdos. Y'all could live in a world where y'all kill people and then still be like, well, I'm saved now, so I'm going to heaven. That's not how it works, darling. Y'all are such weirdos.
Yeah, it's much better than going to a box and being like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I got a new name after communion." Girl, it's the same thing.
No, no.
Anyway, go so speak on it. So you didn't have to grow up there was no fasting at mentioned at all in church for you or your
We didn't
family?
eat meat on Fridays on Easter, so, like, okay, and? So
Okay.
fasting, that's stupid.
Okay.
No
Whoa!
sugars?
No?
Like, y'all don't care about your health?
I wanna first of all shout out to all my, brothers and sisters, and my siblings, in different belief systems who do fast, from Ramadan to
Oh, oh,
Chri
so we're talking are we talking about
yeah, yeah, we're talking
the
about
strives of
fasting.
being a
We're
Christian person?
talking about the
Okay,
strives
well,
of
eh,
fasting
coming to the
for
stage is
learning
NuNu
more.
Minaj over here, talking about
They're
the
literally attacking
struggles of
Christians in
being a
Nigeria.
Christians. So, okay, yes. Go go ahead, NuNu Minaj. Tell us how important Christianity is and why fasting is important.
I'm just shocked that you didn't have to experience fasting, but I think it would have maybe helped you a little bit more as a person to, like, go without, you know?
And you clearly never went without,
I
so
think you need to learn how to go without for the purity of your soul. It really, really, it really helps. But there's different fasts, right? So for Christianity, right, there's different fasts that start, and you can do it at any point, but a lot start in the new year, right? So there's different biblical figures, Daniel, Esther, Mark, people that line of
Esther
fast with.
is a Bible name? I had a cousin
Yes. Oh my
Esther.
God, of course.
Esther's not a Bible name.
You're
Esther?
going to hell.
My cousin Esther's from the
I
Bible?
gotta pray because he is
Okay,
trying.
this
You're
is weird. Why are you
the
back
first
up
year. You
Minaj
didn't
all
want
of
to
a
get me that
sudden?
right.
You are such a weirdo.
I repent that, child.
And surprise everyone, we have Erica
You
Kirk on the podcast because NuNu Paris just is like is
well,
so pro
almost, girl.
Christian.
Me and Erica Kirk got the same wardrobe. She coming out them sequin blazers, come out with her little do da da, honey.
No, y'all have the
Yeah.
same savior, apparently.
Everywhere. So in other, regular parts of the world, I'm from the South, right, y'all? I'm a simple Southern Christian girl. You do the fast for up to like 30 days. Sometimes it's 14 days, sometimes it's modified, but that looks like different things. Sometimes for my church, it was always like, you can't eat certain meats, or you couldn't eat after a certain time, or couldn't do any like sugars, or it could only be like a bread thing, things, no coffee, that kind of stuff. And you're really only eating out for a short amount of time. And you're, of course, relating it to a scripture or something to help you reflect on the importance of what you have and da 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 da. I think that does help, right? It's fun. It's the beginning of the year, helps people with their fitness journey. I always like that highlight, kind of fun little jump start.
I think it's fun that you started the day singing America the Beautiful to me, and now you're finishing talking about Christianity.
God,
2
no.
times I've had to block you out, honestly. Every word you just said went in one ear and out the other, because you have been on a tirade today, you weirdo.
Who doesn't sing patriotic songs for fun? Does anyone
Um,
not like America the Beautiful? Okay. Speaking of dropping the ball in America, we are about to celebrate America's 250th birthday. And why is this important? This is important because it's going to be dropping like on July 3rd, going into July 4th or whatever, I think. Because returning 250, which is crazy because that's when most empires end. Fun fact. But also, Trump, I guess, and the America First crew wanted to do a second ball drop. I don't know if a ball goes with New York. I mean, first of all, do people even celebrate 4th of July? I don't know. I don't know. It gives weird to me. And like, what are we gonna be celebrating?
I mean,
No
he's saying that we're gonna have a
economy.
new form of the Hunger Games, so, like, this is just
The
average
Patriot
this is
Games, right? Like, what are we doing? Is this to be the intro of the Patriot Game? Like, this gives like such dystopian tease. I don't get it.
but you know what? Some people support it, and
But where
I
are you
think
gonna be? I mean, we're gonna
I'm
be in the city, so I don't know where they're, like, doing it. Are they gonna drop it, like, on
no, we'll do it on Reggaeton
Washington
brunch.
Monument?
We'll do it during Reggaeton brunch. That's what we're doing. We're gonna do 250 brunch celebration, celebrating our 250th brunch that we have done together. We are super excited to have y'all, uh, and yeah, so fun. I don't really like pay attention to what Trump is doing right now, because I want to have fun. We're having fun in 2026. We're gonna party through the chaos. This is the roaring 20s still. We're over halfway through the 20s. So, the 30s are gonna be a better year for us. But
The
we're
roaring
almost done.
20s for us. This is what y'all want. Y'all romanticize that all the time. Y'all want Gatsby, y'all be flappers so bad. Now you're in it. How's it feel?
Uh I'm telling you, NuNu's having a blast in Trump's America.
No, but for real, go back to the celebration. Do we still celebrate? Like, when's the last time you felt like you genuinely have celebrated 4th of July in general, even before this year?
I mean, in over 10 years, I don't know. I don't celebrate. First of all, we've never as a Latino person from immigrant parents, we've never celebrated 4th of July. We just party because it's a day that we have off and that we party outside. We do like a cookout. We don't celebrate
I mean,
America
that's what a
per
celebration
se.
is having
No
fun. Like, I
one
don't think I
celebrates,
remember anything in my house being
honestly,
like,
no
"Yeah,
one celebrates
America."
America. If you're doing a cookout on 4th of July and you're like, oh my God, I'm so proud to be in this fucking country. Like,
Proud
this
to
fucking
be
country.
an American.
That's weird. That's weird, and I just don't relate to that kind of side of the world. But there probably people do that. But I've never thought of
Oh,
4th of
there was
July
a
as a
time where
celebration
it
of
was
this
fun
country.
to be an American. Like, that's not let's not act like there
What,
weren't,
when you
like
were watching fucking Susan Sarandon commercial? What was her name? Feeding hungry children in Borneo. Like, is that what
oh,
you would like to be?
Sarah McLachlan,
Sarah
not
McLachlan. Is that
Michelle.
when you like to be an American? When you saw how other people lives?
But you remember that
That's the only
aesthetic.
time I remember Americans being like, "Oh my God, we're so lucky to be Americans," because
No, no, let's break
everyone
it up to,
else
like, that
is hungry in the world.
2013, 2014, 15 era. All that era was fun. Like, remember Beyoncé and Rihanna and all these, like, Lana Del Rey, all these American
Nicki
flag
Minaj,
kinda
yeah.
thing. Even Nicki Minaj turned out, that's when we got all that. I feel like we had a fun time. American flag thing. I mean, who didn't have American flag, shirts and things? Like, we all had that because it was a fun aesthetic, and we could make it feel like, the new
We
Americans,
just
the
did
new
that this year
generation.
for 2025 with Cowboy Carter, so what's the difference? No
I
shade.
feel like it's different because no one was wearing, like, American flag. We just put, like, a cowboy hat on.
No, people would definitely still committed to the red, white, and blue.
I saw less of that. I feel like that's just so played out. Like, I do miss that era, like, where I could really go into a store, buy it, and it not feel like, this weird thing. But what does freedom mean to you in 2026 as we get to this 250th birthday?
Freedom of choice, freedom to do what I want, freedom to live my
I've been
life.
doing what I want. Hey,
Right.
baddies.
Right. Freedom to live my life earnestly, not have to walk outside and see people getting kidnapped or seeing people that should be out fighting a war somewhere, but they're out here walking the streets with 16 of their friends and bunkmates. I feel like that's like the bare minimum we can do so I can start liking this country again. But until then, I'm kind of capped out on ideas of how to make this country better, should I say.
It's such an easy thing by building community, and I think also by
Also, y'all need to stop talking to the National Guard like they're friends. I saw people out here just being like, "Happy New Year,"
oh,
bitch. Oh, oh, Nunu is definitely someone that
oh,
says
okay.
thank you for your
No,
services.
okay,
Thank you for your
okay.
services. I know you're that kind of girl.
No,
I
I
see
mean,
you
no.
that.
I'm
I
actually
see you
very
that.
I've actually, this is not a secret. I've always been very anti-military, anti-guns, anti-war. I'm very anti that. I never understood the whole veteran story. Not that I don't have sympathy for, like, people who, like, are injured or have done things, but it's just like no one chose to do that. But, they are working there, just standing there. So I don't think it's wrong saying Happy New Year in general. But, like,
No,
because what do you protest? They'd be like, "You made the wrong choice by choosing to join the military so that
there
you can
was
have
literally like
benefits in
8
your
of them
life."
lined outside of a CVS, and I said, "Is this a war zone? Is it safe to go inside? Why are y'all out here standing outside of a
Just
CVS?"
just 'cause.
That's weird.
It is weird.
This is not fucking um Area 54, okay?
Stranger Things. honey.
So yeah, when they're gone and back to doing like actual things that probably help this country or protect this country, then we can talk. But right now,
Well, I don't know if we're gonna get a resolution to this, but in terms of wait and don't drop the ball, I think you're dropping the ball if you're celebrating history without really acknowledging all the stuff that went before it, all the things that's actively happening, because you can't even celebrate the country or birthday or just being in America without just feeling like you matter and that people don't wanna harm you. I think that's really the takeaway. Mhm. 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 Now you have been causing some stirs within the DC community. If you don't know, Raffi is the people's voice.
I wouldn't say that. I would say
I mean,
I
quite literally went to a bar yesterday and someone said, "You're famous. I follow you. I see it all the time." And, I wanted to give you your flowers. It's 2026, honey.
I'm just a messy bitch that lists to talk shit about, or um, I just like to talk shit. And I always consider my videos that I make about these gay bars like if this was a reality show, this is what my confessionals would look like. And Rush right now is still the center of all the controversy here in DC. It's almost so bad to where like Bunker and all these other like crappy bars that are like annoying don't seem so bad anymore because Rush is just so disgusting. But
I mean, but, you also
this is
earn
now
your
2 full
respect,
weeks.
right?
Huh?
They also earn their respect, just like us or anything. Once you do some test of time, you get your respect. Like, it's Bunker been here a while. You get your body shame, right?
Um, pass. Uh,
Ooh.
girl, it's not for me at any point at any time. But Rush, yeah, is on to like 2 weeks, over 2 weeks of not paying their employees. And what I've noticed is apparently some of them have been paid, but I question which of those people have been paid. And the large number of Rush employees that have come to me talking about the situation seem to be of color.
Yeah.
So that's what I question is like, did you I hate when like people are like, "Oh my god, this place is so diverse." Da, da, da. Well, some employers definitely just like exploit people can pay them less or not pay them at all, but then it still comes across as a diverse space that's accepting and welcoming. And so that's what I definitely see in that space. And the fact that they were open, I don't even think they were open. Let's be clear.
Yeah, who
I
went to
don't
the
think
New
they
Year's
were must
party?
they must have been open yet because I DJ'd across the street from them yesterday on New Year's Eve.
Oh, wait, really? You're across from them? Oh, wait, that isn't that same corridor as Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, and I'll let you tell the story, but I forget that Rush is next to Crush, which is across the street from V4, V14? Where were you at?
NuNu Paris, everyone, the people's drag queen from DC that lives that lives approximately 5 square miles away from DC. So yeah, it was right across the street, and I could tell that like Crush was really busy, and that whole corner was busy. But I just don't believe that people were going into Rush.
They had to be. I mean, people always go somewhere in DC.
But you don't understand, like I genuinely do not think that they're making their money back. I don't think that they're expecting to stay open past March. I definitely think, and then I do think that this employer is exploiting people who are either running up the suit, like the lawsuit. If you're working at Rush right now, you're just running up the lawsuit. You're just being okay. I worked X amount of hours for free, and he never paid me. That's what you're doing right now.
No,
Because
right, right.
do I think you're ever going to get a paycheck from that man? No.
No.
You might get a class action lawsuit, but I wouldn't say that it's giving like you're gonna actually be paid. Um, but it's really funny because it just shows how like apparently the DJs that they booked, obviously one's from Chicago, but the other one is a DJ I've never heard from him, but he lives
Okay.
in DC and he's apparently problematic, and people say that he's like, is this
Yeah,
messy?
I don't think it's messy, but I do think what you're highlighting is something that is really apparent, right? And has been echoed amongst a lot of people, especially when the main people affected, Cake, Pop, and DC, who had been promoting the bar, and also been the workers affected. But what we have seen here is a community of people who maybe know that this manager and this DJ and all these people are shady and have these past and have these weird things, but like no one was saying anything. And I was very interested in the silence around that because I feel like at what point does the silence just become harmful and disrespectful, and you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, this person, one of the DJs does is a proud Trump. What's the word? Trump dissociative disorder. He says that he
The
has that,
Trump
whatever.
derangement syndrome,
Which can you
as they
explain to
call
that
it.
to the audience what that is? I don't fully know
I
what that is.
can, you and your hate for him is so funny to me.
Who?
Um,
Trump?
yeah,
Yeah,
this is funny.
I don't, I hate him so much I don't pay attention to that.
No, so of course, as you know, we a few weeks ago, unfortunately, horrifically, Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered by their son, who had struggled with addiction. In response, Trump on Truth Social tweeted out that Rob Reiner had Trump derangement syndrome, and he made very bad movies and really didn't, just things that are disrespectful to anyone, but of course, someone who was just horrifically murdered. So Trump derangement syndrome is just this according to Trump, right, this idea who people who are obsessed with Trump, bringing down Trump, just can't do anything but talk about Trump, which it
So
sounds
yeah,
like that's more describes Trump since he only talks about himself.
so apparently that person has that or whatever. But people in the comments were like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be fighting. He has a reputation." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, these bars will book that person, but a
Mhm.
lot of these bars have openly said that they're not booking me or working with me because of how messy I can be or my attitude or my energy. And I think there's only one thing that's separating a person like me and that person, and it's the color of our skin. And so I really think that that's just it goes to speak on like our community definitely does keep weirdos' secrets way too long, and then to add to the sauce to that, when they get hurt by that person, they're surprised or they're like, "Oh my god, how could they ever have done this?" Well, the writing was on the wall, darling, and um, it was apparently Jackson, this person, this owner of Brush, has had like a history with not being trustworthy. A lot of people had been burned from him. So that and to the point where in their frequently asked questions, someone had asked the question, "Is this a scam?" So it was already circulated in like questionable activity. Like Rush always gonna was already painted with that brush. And so the fact that now people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this man did us like this." Well, why did you trust him? Because would you have trusted me if I had that level of reputation? That's what I want to know. Um,
Yeah, I wonder why this one hit such a nerve in the DC nightlife community.
well, because
People
he's a pretty little white boy that should not be acting like this. That's why I think that's why people like really feel some type of way. Is like,
fuck it.
oh, and then it becomes like an open format of like what I notice about certain people when it comes to twink white men or any sort of white men they want to fuck is that they really want to fuck them at first, but then once they don't like
Oh,
them or once they realize they're like insufferable or they don't fuck with them, they will put all their hatred and resentment towards white people on this man, and they would hate them. They'll like
yes, clock
they'll,
it.
like, be like, "Oh my god, this is why white people are so bad," and I'm like, "Well, you're the blinders that you had when you first met this person because you're like, 'Oh my god, he's a cute white man,' and that's what allowed you to get to know this man
Literally.
in a person." So, like, if you just, have that discernment in the early on and don't get, you know, snake danced into liking white men like this, then you wouldn't have this problem. But usually you can see,
Nick
you can
Dan.
feel, I've always like, especially after I had my best I had one white man that was my best friend for like 3 years, 2 years maybe. I felt like 3 years. And that was the only white man that had me on blinders because then I realized, oh, no, this person was never my friend. They were just, a shady white man. And after you get me once, you never get me again. And so
I
that's
know,
why I
and they
have a level
became
of
a
discernment.
DJ at Bunker. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I
shut
think,
the
but no, but I do want to know though. I do want to know, Raffy. What does accountability actually look like in nightlife? Because we have, the Rush Relief page for their workers and the donations, which is really great for community support. We have these think pieces, we have all this outrage, but like, what do y'all want to happen? What does accountability look like in nightlife or in this situations like this?
Well, at this point, the only accountability I see, usually I would say, like, boycott the place, boycott the place. Well, that does affect the staff members that just actually worked there and like said yes to a gig that they didn't know about the politics of the location. That affects them. But ultimately, big overwhelming ultimately is getting these places shut down. Like these places don't need to be operating.
The resolution is fire him, get rid of him.
Well, no,
Gotcha.
like Rush is not going to pay these people anyways. Again, like I said before, these people are going to get their money somehow, and it's through a lawsuit. And to me, it's like you got to expose these people, and then when it comes to working with them again, don't. There is still one bar owner that I mean, I don't have to say his name that owns a sports bar, quote unquote, whatever that place is that is a baseball position, and that man is notoriously shady, and people continuously talk shit about him.
Yeah.
And for you that don't know who I'm talking about, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The owner of Pitchers. People don't like him. People do not like to associate themselves with him. However, when it comes to getting booked at that location, they will say yes and bat an eyelash. And so to me, I'm like, when you see these kinds of people operating their businesses like this and you continuously work with them, are you really just, you're really just, keeping their lights on. You're keeping their lights on. So I do think just how these bars aim to suffocate the culture out of DC and the gay spaces, we need to suffocate their pockets. Like that's basically bottom line what you need to do. There are so many other gay spaces now, especially more than ever in DC, that you can go to and not feel like you're just a number on the wall or a tally number. And there's not a lot, but there are those options. So that's why I say I think there's four too many bars now that are owned by these weird um white gay bar owners that really don't want black and brown money or black and brown people in their spaces. They just want our money, and they don't want to have to work for the trust. They don't want to have to work for respect. They just think it's are earned. If you don't like it, you can shut the fuck up. So that's
Well,
ultimately.
I guess the resolution for this is wait, don't drop the ball by ignoring the people who make your business run.
Just be real. I don't even
Pay
say
your
like
workers,
I'm not even acting like
communicate.
I'm out here being like do. But you have to just be real. Like open your fucking eyes. Like be discerning. That's all I have to say is have a level of discernment when it comes to working and who you work with and who you go out with and like who you align yourself with. Have a level of discernment. Who you book. That all that matters. All that matters now. Okay? Are you booking someone because you want to fuck them? Are you booking them because you think that yeah? Oh well, at that point, what is it?
Wow, wow, wow. Well, I feel like that brings me to another um money, something where money is involved. We have Beyonce's billionaire status. What does that give?
Oh my
What
god,
does
you
that
just
give?
picked every like subject that I'm gonna have to be a negative Nancy on today, didn't you?
Oh
You
no,
love
no.
painting me as to a negative Nancy, but you know what I'm gonna say about this,
I mean, obviously, again,
and
for
I will say
me,
it
if you
about any
know,
billionaire. I'm gonna go ahead and say that because people are gonna be like, "Oh, you have a problem because Beyonce's a billionaire." No, I've never once celebrated a billionaire becoming a billionaire. Never. Even if Bad Bunny himself announced he was a billionaire tomorrow, I'd be like, okay, slow clap. Like I don't like we're not supporting billionaires. I don't care if you're a billionaire. You have more leverage in a table that I can't sit at. Okay. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck.
so, if you don't know, Beyonce has officially entered billionaire status, which is under question because 2 years ago in 2018, Matthew Knowles reported that she was a billionaire, and then of course in her song she says was better than one billionaire two, referencing herself. But this year Forbes declared it, so I guess quote unquote it's official. So as Raffi has shown, there's a lot of reactions from celebration to critique. Why does this milestone matter? I do think there's something, about black success, black female success in America historically, right? It's still something, right? But we also know capitalism and just how it involves murder, essentially. It involves death, it involves greed, it involves evil, honestly. And how do you wrestle with those things at the same time? Act 3 is coming this year, divas, and y'all all are gonna listen. So now what?
Yeah.
And you all contributed her to become a billionaire
And that's
multiple
what we
times.
also have to I think 2026 is about too, is we may have to, like, not buy in to the consumerism this year. Like, I went to go see this is coming from someone who saw Renaissance, life-changing, but then I saw Cowboy Carter, and Cowboy Carter was a great experience, but it was not to my like, I definitely thought Renaissance was definitely, like, more of a transformative experience in
Yeah,
hindsight. Um, than
yeah.
Cowboy Carter. So to me, am I like hell bent on getting these next round of tickets? I don't know. Simply because am I gonna buy into okay, Nunu will be there. Um
No, we're all
uh
gonna be there. I mean, let's not get crazy.
Nunu, no, Nunu, you'll be there. I don't think I'll be there, honestly. Because at the end of the day, like I mean, depending on how I like this album. But at the end of the day, I definitely think like like at some point we just have to hit these people where they hurt. If there was a huge wave of people actually not going to these concerts, I would definitely like agree.
There's so many
Aventura.
think pieces on Romeo
First of
and,
all,
Prince Royce
I want
about
everyone
should
to
y'all
know
cancel
something.
them,
You could have
and again, I feel like it goes back to, are we not allowing certain people to access success even though traditionally we would like to see the Latino men go on a world tour and make money like, everyone else, right? However oh,
Aventura or Romeo Santos, I should say. If y'all are surprised that that man is a Trumper, y'all don't have
y'all know he was.
Puerto Rican Pentecostal family. Y'all don't
Correct.
have that kind of man in y'all's family. I have that kind of man in my family. And when I heard his anti-abortion song where it's called when he's pretty much saying that you're a fucking slut and you should have thought more if you before getting pregnant, and this child is like there's a little bachata song of this man
Oh, we playing it
scolding
next time.
there's there's a bachata song of him scolding a woman for getting an abortion. And when I heard that song, and I've still heard this song, I knew for a fact that this man is just the worst of the worst. And also, mind you, I also believe he's a closeted homosexual because there's no way he discovered that falsetto voice by just accessing his soul. Someone accessed his prostate, and that's what he came up with the voice that he has now. So
Clock
I
it.
so I personally feel like he's been a chop for me, but it's just these things where, okay, you know how like people are not wanting to play Nicki Minaj at the club right now? How do I play reggaeton like I'm gonna play reggaeton brunch now and I can't play an Aventura song? That's so fucking hard. And like yesterday, I tested the waters. This is what I'm saying. Nicki Minaj cannot get away with anything versus what um like other people can get away with
Men
because I
can get
played
away with.
Aventura. I played Aventura yesterday. I played Obsession, like obviously the OG classic. But honey, the younger and I knew the girls that would know about the beef with him, they were still singing that song. They were still over here. Chris Brown. If you play Chris Brown song right now, people are going to be singing that song. So
Correct.
to
I
me, are we going to stop playing Aventura then? Are we going to stop playing Aventura? That's all. That's my question for the room.
It's not on my playlist.
It's never been on your playlist, darling. It's never been on your playlist. It's never been on your playlist. Aventura. You thought that was a yogurt flavor. Oh my god, Velveeta.
So who do we allow to win publicly?
Um, I think men get away with a lot more than women obviously get away with, and when you add race to that, obviously, but it it literally comes down to um standing your ground. Like but you see now people are saying, well, I'm not going to go see this concert, and he finally came out with a statement. Romeo didn't be like, oh, you know what? If y'all know who I am, you know where I would stand, bitch. That's not what you literally said. You literally said it's a complicated issue. Why is it not a complicated issue anymore? Why are you choosing to be clearer now? And to me, you that also
Same
shows
thing Sydney Sweeney
how
did.
how disconnected people like Nicki Minaj and Romeo are to the people that support them. That because if you really were to sit down and for example, when Rush offered me the DJ gig, that's like me accepting that DJ gig and still expecting people to be like, "Oh, you're great. You totally stand on your word. You're for the people. You care about people." And then me actively being a scab and saying yes to that job. What does that people just don't really think. And I think that that's what I realize is it just shows that why are we supporting these people? Because they really are not for us. No shade.
I definitely think, and again, I would put Sydney Sweeney in this category too, as someone who was like, "Oh, I'll speak about what I want to," and then all the sales went down, and I'm like, now she wants to speak about it. She wants to be
Does she?
likable.
Does she?
She wants to be more present, and talking about why what jeans really meant to her, and go back to a different style now that she sees the money's not coming in. But again, I think being a woman, I think people forget they're still themselves at the end of the day. You're still a Latino, you're still a woman, you're still a black woman. You're still these things that white America, capitalism is not going to ever really embrace. So the resolution to the situation, trying to figure out wait, don't do what? Wait, don't drop the ball by resenting someone else's wins or status and internalizing it for your own, and just really examine your own values and go with what aligns with. If you want to support these people, support them. If you don't want to support them, then you don't have to do that. So I think it's definitely about aligning yourself and keeping.
Gaviota, La Latina, NuNu Paris, La Gaviota, pa.
Y'all know what that means. It is time for our game. Wait, don't do that in 2026. The speed round diva. So we're doing a speed round called Wait, Don't Do That in 2026. We're going to name something that people are absolutely still doing and tell you what not to do quickly, honestly, and because it's Raffi, aggressively. So let me tell you the rules. No over
I like it when I'm
explaining.
aggressive.
No over explaining, Raffi. 10 seconds max per response. No repeats, okay? No repeats. I need you to say it like you mean it. And bonus points if it hurts someone's feelings a little.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
all right. First up, dating and relationships. Wait, don't what in 2026?
Settle for less.
Okay. Why? What does that mean?
Don't let them confuse you. Don't let them be weird. Like voice your feelings. And if once you voice your feelings, you feel like you were met where you are, keep it moving, darling.
Yeah, I feel like my rule for dating relationships is don't wait years without a ring because you look goofy. And it's no shade. That's just how I feel. I love y'all. I have a ring. Next category, friendships and community. I'll go first. So what would I say? Wait, don't think your friends are gonna be the same person forever.
Okay.
I think that a lot of us think, "Yeah, okay, I'm friends, and then that's it." And I'm like, okay, you still got to put in work. We're still going to grow. Things are going to change. So you got to be ready to, adapt. And if that's not for you, then maybe that friend's not for you. And that's okay. Keep it moving.
Um, Wait, don't talk shit about the people that you love. Love them
Ooh.
unconditionally. Don't talk shit.
I love talking shit about everyone, though.
Well,
Okay. What about as it relates to work and money?
um, wait, don't quit that job yet. No, actually, I'll say
Like
wait,
that.
don't stay in that job. Honestly, I got laid off earlier this or in November, and I am still I again, I've always lived like I always had multiple jobs. I've never just had one job, and let me tell you, that has saved me day in and day out. I'm still able to pay my bills. I have not tapped into my savings, knock on wood. Um, and it definitely has come from the fact that I have multiple sources of income, and I definitely used everything in that every mechanism to stay above water. So don't be afraid if you feel like you need to stay at a job. Really, like how you're like your mental health is not worth a job that is toxic ultimately. So wait, don't be afraid to leave that job. Honestly,
Okay, okay. I think it goes
unless
kind of
unless you
both.
really need the money. But like,
I think that my next one goes with like kind of both categories with friendships and work. I just feel like don't protect people who keep embarrassing you, who keep letting you down, who keep showing you they're not for you. I feel like that works in the workplace. Next category, dating and not dating relationships, Lord. Social media and internet behavior. Are we finally tired of wait, don't post yourself crying on the internet? Yo, today.
wait, don't post yourself crying on the internet, and wait, don't post something that's not funny. Like,
Oh,
if you're gonna post something, make me laugh or something. Make it engaging. Have some thought behind it. I hate just stupid videos. Next.
I think I saw a video of a girl crying outside of a Taylor Swift concert when she sung the song that quote unquote saved her life, and then she like is crying uncontrollably with her.
Actually, I don't mind that. That's, like, funny. That could be funny, but, like,
That's
don't
so
post yourself, like,
insane to
crying, like,
me.
"Oh, guys, the guy that I'm talking to just, like, broke up with me," like
I
oh, and also, remember that one video of that girl who had, like, a boa constrictor and it died, and she was, like, literally crying with its dead boa constrictor in her arms? Yeah, that needs to stop. That's weird. You set up a camera and recorded yourself crying about your dead snake. That's embarrassing. Like, okay, how about that? Don't post anything crying if you have to set the camera up. If you have to set a camera up and then cry,
like if it's not
that
naturally coming as you're, doing the
yeah,
video, then like
it has to be
maybe.
a real moment. Like, if you're crying, if you're, like, standing, walking, "Oh my god, something just happened to you," raw, yeah, I wanna see
I
that.
just feel like people don't really go back and use those videos for like any kind of healing. I feel like you know what I mean?
But I've never seen you cry, so, like, you would never do that. I would actually be so entertained by a video of you crying. Like, I would be like, "Oh my god,
I
that's what she looks
definitely
like."
cry for my acting reels, my self tapes, for all my theater opportunities. I think oversharing online and then getting mad when people react. That was like a weird theme of 2025. Like people would just like say these things and complain about their life and then get mad when people had like a reaction to them. I was like, why would you go on the internet to vent? Do you not have like friends or something? A therapist? I just feel like the internet is not the place for venting.
Yes, yes,
Not in a format of making a video like a reel or a TikTok. I just feel like that's a place of showing something, sharing
And also, wait,
ideas.
don't be afraid to post thirst traps. More thirst traps in 2026, please.
I
More
agree.
thirst
Heated
traps.
rivalry has gotten y'all ready for 2026. So just show off all your
Yeah. First of
untoned
all, NuNu
bodies.
Paris, let's finish the podcast with this. NuNu Paris thinks that the sibling rivalry cast is unattractive, and I think that's
Heated rivalry. Heated rivalry.
the heated rivalry cast is unattractive. NuNu Paris, please explain yourself.
I think I look for attraction in ways that will book multiple campaigns
And they
as it
have.
relates
And they have.
as a result of the show. I'm just saying,
So
correct.
what are you saying?
Sometimes nepotism helps, fame helps.
No.
I like
Uh,
it natural, you know what I mean? But they're handsome people. They have
NuNu
agreeable
To be real,
personalities.
NuNu chose to watch Avatar: Water and Ice,
Fire Nash.
and instead of watching Heated Rivalry this year. I just wanna explain that. I just want that to be acknowledged.
Which franchise crossed over 2 billion already? All right.
Which one has been a thing for over 12 years but only has 2 movies, and no one can even tell you about that movie. The movie about the blue people.
No one can tell you about it. The movie about the gay hockey players. Imagine if people
Everyone's
reduced
talking
our
about it.
culture to
Everyone's talking
that.
about Heated Rivalry. Everyone's talking about Heated Rivalry. Clap if you're watching Heated Rivalry. Comment below if you're watching Heated Rivalry.
I do like the funny videos when women are like, "Oh, you gotta make your man watch this if he's not toxic, like, this is what romance is like."
Yeah, first of all,
You just wanna give a big shout out to our friend up in, New York, Mayor Zohar Mamdani, who was sworn in on New Year's
yes.
Day. Again, this is a historic moment. And we also have to realize that it's more than just a fandom, okay? Do not wait, don't drop the ball by treating politics like a fandom. This is real life and real
Yes.
policy. So I like
He
that we're
is a cutie
excited.
patootie. He's
He's cute,
adorable. We
right? Do
love
all
him.
that, but pay attention, stay
Pay attention to
engaged,
how we
hold
move.
leaders accountable, please, because we have to make this place livable again, truly 2026. That's where I'm at.
And it's always gonna be fuck you, Deborah Messing. Okay, fuck you, Deborah Messing.
What are you looking forward to in 2026, Raffi?
This is gonna be a whole year for me. I can tell already. I can feel it. It's gonna be a whole year. So, just warning y'all.
Clinic Bill can feel it.
Warning y'all. Rafi's gonna be hoeing. Don't be surprised. If I'm making out with your man, surprising. I did make out with someone in a relationship that apparently was not in an open relationship. I just found that out after the fact. This year.
No one's in an open relationship until they are.
So let's just be clear here. Hide your mans. Hide your maybe even hide your wife. I'll kiss your girlfriend. I am going to be ruining homes in 2026.
I just wanna continue to build, grow as an actor, as
Act-
a care
actress,
actor. Oh,
actress,
oh, it's gender neutral now. Oh my god, you're so late. Oh my god, are you still
actress.
doing it by gender?
Uh,
Ew, someone still believes
uh,
in get ready, y'all. It's gonna be a ride. And with that being said, we are riding to a new location for the next 2 months at Whitlow's DC. Make sure you still buy your tickets for Reggaeton Brunch, who will be at our new home at Whitlow's DC, right down the block from
it's
El
literally three
Rey.
doors down. So yes, El Rey will be closing for 2 months during the winter. So we will be hosting our reggaeton brunch down the street at Whitlow's on January 17th, and our Super Bowl pregame party on February 8th. But you can also catch me and NuNu working lights at Con Accento in January 17th. We're super excited. We have a great cast for y'all. So all that information is in our link in the bio. You can always check our Instagrams for our nightlife dates. NuNu, do you have any performances coming up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can catch me at Reggaeton Brunch, and you can catch me March 5th through the 7th at JR's for Defrosted Part 2. I'm so excited to be able to bring Elsa and Frozen things back to the DC community for another show. I keep forgetting. Oh my god, another show. I'm so fortunate, and I'm fortunate to be here with you, Raffi, and reminding you all, wait, do not drop the ball in 2026.
Don't drop the ball.
Alert.
Just let your balls drop into someone's mouth.
Exactly. America's getting 2 balls this year. We hit puberty. Yay! We'll see you next time.
You can find me at Wait Raffi and Reggaeton Brunch DC.
Bye.